Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, even wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to BBK Sports. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much for your time. It's greatly appreciated. I do not take your time, anyone in this chat, for granted. The weekend is almost upon us, people. It's almost time for some more three-point collecting, some clean sheet collecting, and all them things there. Yeah? And we're ready for it. Sunderland away. Not the easiest fixture in the world, but the road to a title is never paved smoothly. Anyone who's ever won anything, I'm pretty sure there are people in this chat, on the watchback, people who are going to join later, who have won something, who've accomplished something. And one common denominator amongst the journey that everyone will tell you, the road to success is never paved smoothly. If it was easy, we wouldn't be so mad when we don't win. And if it was easy, the thrill of victory wouldn't feel so good. And the agony of defeat would not burn. So I hear it when people tell me that it's going to be a tough fixture away at the Stadium of Light. So what? St. James's Park was difficult. Went there and had to do the business. Craven Cottage, difficult. Ask United fans. A lot of teams go there and couldn't leave with 3 points. It's very difficult to do, but you can do it. You absolutely can do it. You absolute legend that you are, Claire. We told you this. Have to. Claire just doing Claire things. Claire is supporting the channel at a whole nother level, and big up to you for it. Thank you very, very much. Again, I'm running out of thank yous. I'm running out of thank yous, but one thing I will never run out of is acknowledging you absolute legends. And there's always legends among legends, you know. And we call him the Broad Street Bully for a reason. Yesterday he had entered midstream. Today he's early. Not even 4 minutes on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Men like the boss is with us.
Maybach music.
Rosea born stunner. I can blow money. Sipping when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous.
Maybach music.
The full montage. Big up to everyone who checked out the full Irish breakfast. Catch me on the Bruce Banana later with Shane Gooner. Fully committed. Full montage for our beloved boss of the chat, man like E. Ross. What a legend. What an absolute legend he is, man. Big him up every single time. Speaking of legends, we got the legendary LFC Monster in the building. LFC Monster, you know. Listen, Liverpool are back. I don't want to hear anything. Liverpool are back. They're below Newcastle in the Champions League table, but they're back. And the Verts is still double or whatever in the Prem, but they're back. 1-L against City this weekend, and they could be done at the Premier League race, but they're back. Don't let them forget that they're back. Big up to Guna SC. Hope you're good, my guy. Arsenal so lucky with the fixtures. Yet another weekend with the easy games. What? While the rivals play each other. Easy game while that's what we doing? Oh. That's what we do in LFC Monster. You know, everybody play everybody twice, right? Because if you go back and you analyze the fixtures, and we were looking at Liverpool fixtures when we said Brentford and Palace were sure wins. Should have been. Right now, I can argue that Sunderland away is a tougher fixture than Brentford away. You just had Brentford away. So It's a tough fixture. I don't know about Lucky. Everyone play each other twice. And towards the business end of the season, you get Man City coming to your guy. The business end of the season, we have to go to them. Now, playing Man City in October, in September, October, November, it's a completely different kettle of fish than playing City in March, in April, when they're in the title race. So it could be long. Sunderland isn't as easy as you think. Yeah, it isn't, but we'll get into more of it in a second. When I return all the big ups, big up to Darren, General, manners and respect, Majid. But seriously though, let's not have our title chart spoiled again by another one of our former members. Granite with the rocket. So I got Granit Xhaka and I got Mikel Moreno in the thumbnail, yeah? Went from one left-footed manager favorite to the next. And one is in real good form in Granit Xhaka. He is in good form. But we got Mikel Moreno in top form is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we in our top form.
Top form. Top form. Scoring 2 fantastic goals during the week in the Champions League. And he starts on Sunday or Saturday. When do we play? Is it Saturday or Sunday? It's Saturday, ain't it? Liverpool plays Sunday. He is in top form. And I expect him to actually do something for us this weekend. Big up to AJ. Yes, sir. It is morning. It is just past 7 a.m. Appreciate you sending your well wishes. I'm just playfully pushing some narrative thrown at us by some Arsenal fans last season. Oh, they ain't played nobody. Yeah. But you know what, LFC Monster? It wasn't just us. It was Man United, City. Everyone was saying that shit about Liverpool. Oh, they ain't played nobody. They ain't played nobody. Until I want to say December, mid-December, that man finally had to be like, all right, look, Liverpool are going to run away with this thing. Dude, we had Liverpool and Man City already. Don't forget Newcastle away. Some long trips. And remember, people were trying to tell us that Burnley away up at Turf Moor was going to be a tough game. The travel up north and all that. But we went there when we did the business. We did what we had to do up in Turf Moor. Should have been 4-0 at halftime, if you ask me. But we moved. Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out. You know them ones. I'm not even here, so shush. We will not shush. We will get your flowers as long as we are here. Big up to E. Ross. Done. We got lucky at St. James's 2 corners. I don't think we got lucky. I think in the first 15 minutes, Eze could have scored. Had a very good chance. Clear cut. Think he hit the bar or slightly put it over. And then Newcastle was always going to give us a game. Always. They have fight in them, that Newcastle team. That Newcastle team went down to 10 men versus Liverpool and equalized. Like, I don't see us doing anything like that. I think we go down 2-0. Arteta is going to go into full damage limitation. And they scored 2 goals from set pieces, by the way, to equalize. And it was at the very last kick of the game that Rhea was able to score. So Newcastle always was going to give us a game. Don't forget what they did to us last year in the EFL Cup, home and away. It's that better late than never, but never late is better. Big up to E. Ross, man, every single time. What a G. You don't get copyrighted and all that all the time. All the time, but I don't care. So the thing is, you don't get copyrighted. You get what they say, you can't monetize. That the stream can be monetized, but I don't make money from YouTube any fucking way. So they can't take money that I'm not getting. So I don't care. I don't really play the clips long enough for it to be a strike. But they say, yeah, you can't monetize this. Big up to Kwaja. Hope you're good, man. Hope your school is going well, my G. Yeah, I know quite a few of us in here called 2-3-0s. It was easy. You going 2-0. Tune in for the prediction show tomorrow. Me and the Waffle Don, our weekend warm up. Since you wanted to, but he already said he was playing. LFC Monster is in his full troll mode. He's passing the pressure off to Arsenal. It's nice to see those two play midweek already. They go at it with each other. Well, as soon as the Real Madrid game ended, there were so many other content creators, quite a few of them, quite a few Liverpool content creators I was seeing saying, bring on City, pray for City. Yesterday, City played and the chest went back in. Because City looked good yesterday. Yeah, Erling Haaland busted net, Phil Foden brace, Cherky looked like a madman. All of a sudden, it wasn't bring on City or pray for City anymore. It was, damn, man, City look good. Yeah, they look good. They look damn good. Not gonna, right out. Here's the thing. I could pull up a Premier League table that shows us 8 points clear of Man City a few years back. And we got chased down and they took the title from us, yeah? Now, we're 6 points clear of this Man City team that hasn't really clicked yet. And yesterday I had to formally apologize to the Waffle Don, because I know you've heard me say it. If you haven't heard me say it, I will I did say it. I'll own it when I was on here saying no Rodri, no party for City. If they don't have Rodri, they have no chance of going into this Premier League run that we normally see them do. And I only said that because, one, he is coming off an ACL and he's picking up injuries and he's almost 30. And I've heard his own manager say he can no longer play 3 matches in 7 days. So when I hear him say that, I said, oh, shit. Pep said it, so something is off there. But Man City, 6 points behind us with 84 points to play for, is not a safe lead by any stretch. So they are fully in it. And one would even argue that they have a better chance of catching us than Liverpool, because one, they've caught us before, and two, if they beat Liverpool this weekend, they essentially knocked Liverpool out of the title race. Because we would have played 11 games, and that would have been 5 losses for Liverpool. Now, you lose 5 of your first 11 games. Now you have 27 games with 5 losses. We already said, and we've already acknowledged based on history and how this Premier League shapes up with optic computers and predictions, 6 losses is the max, and 6 might be too many in most seasons. Last year it was 4 losses. So if you lose 4 games in the entirety of last year, you lose 5 of your first 11, you are not going to go the next 27 games unbeaten. Liverpool will not. They still have to come to the Emirates. Then they have to go to Old Trafford. They still have to play City again, and they still have to play Chelsea again. So one loss this weekend and could essentially put Liverpool, hey, we're going to focus on the FA Cup and the Champions League. And how does that play for us? Do we function better in a 3-horse race or a 2-horse race? Because these men could look over their shoulder and see Pep chasing them down again and shit the bed. Don't know. It's bad. Imagine Mikel Merino double versus Sunderland as the makeshift striker. It can happen. No one can doubt Mikel Merino's finishing anymore. His finishing is class. And now we have to ask ourselves the question, did he get misdiagnosed as a player? Just like the manager misdiagnosed Kai Havertz, because he said it in his own press conference when he bought Kai Havertz. Hey, Kai was bought as a midfielder. Remember that now. Kai was a midfielder. Tried him there, didn't work, stunk up the place, moves him up front. We had a better season. Wasn't great up there, but he was better than he was in midfield. Kai cannot play midfield. I actually think Mikel Merino is a better midfielder than Kai is in the midfield because he actually has technical ability on the ball. He's just very, very slow. He's neat on the ball. He's tidy, but he can't run. Yeah, he wins his duels. He's big. He's an aerial monster. He just can't run. So did we misdiagnose him? Is he a Spanish version of Giroud? Can't run, but can finish. We have to ask that question now because he's very tidy up front. And over the next, it may be him up front against Tottenham and Bayern Munich. We don't know how long Gyökeres is going to be out. So no one will be shocked. Matter of fact, people are at this point, it's not even shock. It's expectation that he will score. we create a half chance or a clear. That ball that Declan Rice lobbed in there wasn't a clear cut chance. It was a half chance. The one that Trossard put on his plate was a clear cut chance, and he took that so well. If the 1-0 Xhaka winner comes to pass, sack Arteta in the dressing room. Now imagine us go to Stadium of Light and get shut out. Now, people, fact versus fiction. Fact, one of the fact of the matter is, Sunderland have not lost a home game. They have a perfect home record. They have a perfect home record. Not perfect, but they're undefeated at home, right? So are we, but we're on the road. They have a great home record. We have the most road wins. So something has to give. Something. It's a paradox. So we'll see how that goes. Our top striker in top form. Top form, says Sheldon. Yes, sir. Top form. Let's create a couple. Hey, Eros, you know what it is. My boy. Where my man is. How's the ACL, man? So they put me on this new program, AJ, where I'm on 60 minutes now. I went from 15 to 20 to 30 to an hour-long therapy. And on Tuesday, it's on Tuesday and Thursday. So I got some, right? Tuesday, that man had me doing some wild shit. Hurt like hell. But today, the strength is coming back. So it's going very well, man. Thanks for asking. Easy games for the best team in the world, though. Get it. Let's see myself. So full troll fuckery, though. Big up to Normski. Normski in the house. I should see Normski later on the Bruised Banana. I know you understand what I'm about to say. Champions League, Champions of Europe. That's where I've been singing. We'll never sing that, brother. If Mikel can turn this fortune around, they'll build a statue of him outside if he delivers us a Champions League. That Bayern game will be. That's what we'll be hearing during the Bayern game. But we hear that when we play Chelsea, and these Tottenham fuckers gonna be singing that because they won the Europa League. You know, if anything, that should motivate these players. You know, to Hey, go ahead, Kwaja. Why not? Why not? You're in these spaces every day. Everyone and their mothers posting the New York City mayor is an Arsenal supporter. Who gives a fuck that cornball? Is he really, though? I didn't even know that. Big up to the waffle. I had no idea. What's his name? Zoran. Fuck it. I can't say his last name. I don't want to butcher it. But I think I also heard that the mayor of London was also an Arsenal supporter. Was he not? And I could be wrong. I'm actually worried about City fully. Like, yeah, the bro Ruffledon just popped up in the chat. I said it yesterday in this chat. I was completely wrong about City. City are there, right? It was only Dortmund, and their shooting skills are atrocious. Now, listen. After watching Tuesday's Champions League fixtures and yesterday's Champions League fixtures, and I look at some of the defending across Europe, and it makes me actually appreciate ours. Barcelona, my God. The German teams in general, my God. Do these men just are going to be on some you score, we score shit? Like Barcelona, a lot of people are maligning Chelsea, saying they drew to Karabag and they got Barcelona next in the Champions League, and Barcelona going to blitz them. You heard it. Listen, I'm not all about getting shit out here first, but Chelsea will beat Barcelona. No doubt. Not because Chelsea are this great team, but because that Barcelona back line is shit. And I'm not saying the defenders are shit or how they individual quality, but as a unit, oh my God. Enzo, if Cole Palmer is back, it could be a battering. That Chelsea could literally embarrass them, man. The way they're wide open. Makes me actually appreciate watching our team that can see chances after chances after chances, because them men cannot defend. There was some atrocious defending, and it's mad. Sheldon, I fully agree what City are doing to fight all the way this season. City are And I think City can actually appreciate if they quietly sit in the dark and just say, hey, let Liverpool and Arsenal get all the accolades and all the highlights and all this. But there's only so much that City can hide from the mainstream media. Because if they beat Liverpool this weekend, especially convincingly, Sky Sports will put the pressure back on them. But like, hey, all this talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool, there's your Man City. Can Pep win number 7 or number 6? Whatever they're on. Una SE was saying some wild takes yesterday in Lee's stream, talking about losing 12-0 to Bayern. They couldn't score in an open net that's taller than the roof. The entire width from the stand to the other. Some atrocious defending yesterday, man. I'm not gonna lie. Those fans like Cal and Moss, etc., went too early on slot out calls. But just as early as those fans were saying, praying for City, we are only back if we do what we do versus Madrid in a 10 to 15 game run. But I guess that's probably true. And because they do content, they always got to deliver a hot take, so to speak. But when you get on a panel and then you got 240 people baiting you to say something, take a stand, take a position, I guess it backed them into a corner. And that's the discussion we had yesterday on here, where we're saying if you say one thing on your panel, then you go on another content creator panel and your opinions change just because you're on a different panel, and it's hard for me to respect it in it. But Cat and Mons definitely were slot out. Let City punch them up this weekend. I'm curious to see what they'll say. Never comfortable in a lead for a title race, knowing our track record. Facts. Remember, was it yesterday or the day before, we listed a bunch of things that we trust more than Arteta with a 6-point lead against City. One of them was, do you trust a fart when you have diarrhea? Right. Oh, you'd be foolish. Especially if you're not home. That Bayern team is no joke. They have played less league games than us, but have already scored 33 goals. They are scoring goals for fun, brother. Harry Kane doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat. Now, they won't have Luis Diaz, so that will actually kind of make them, I don't want to say press less, but you know what I mean. The intensity of their press without Luis Diaz is not the same as the intensity of their press with him. Yeah? So, advantage us. Another advantage us is we're at home. Yeah? Okay. And listen, if we keep a clean sheet against Bayern Munich and beat them, man, chest everywhere. Because Boy 10 is going to forward with his big ass chest because he's already saying the Q word and all that shit there. Not there yet, but listen, a clean sheet this will be their biggest test. And I hope Gabriel is up for it. I know Saliba, all these men know Timber will be up for it. But we also know that Harry Kane is probably looking at this be like, I used to score at these men when I was at Tottenham for fun. Now I have better players and complete immunity in that Bayern Munich team. He can do no wrong. Like, he has the keys to the city. Yeah? The Bayern. The Munich, I mean. Big up to Views, my brother. Hope you're all well. I see you're chesty. I'm chesty for the Sunderland game because I can't. It's a Wahaha and all these, man. Wahaha, Mido, all the United fans that was in here 3 weeks ago when I was doing the prediction for the Sunderland versus Man United. Everyone was saying United was going to lose, and I confidently said United are going to beat these men. Now, I can't have chest for United beating Sunderland, and then we go to Sunderland, and we're beating Sunderland. I'm confident that we're beating Sunderland. I'll be shocked if we can see it. I guess that's chesty. But, yeah, I think we're better than them. Man for man, gun for gun, bullet for bullet. I think we're better. Ask Arteta to hold his hand out if he has Pep and Slot chasing him down in the run of the season. He has to get this right. Don't need a Sunderland win. A draw will do nicely. Well, a draw in your fixture is actually perfect for us. Because a draw in your fixture, see us go 9 clear of you, and then go what? 7 clear of City. I'm good with that. But if a loss for you and a win for us, see us go 10 clear and then see City still 6 points behind. I'm telling you, 6 points against City is not the most comforting lead, especially when we have to go play them. And this is the thing. To all the people who were saying that the 1-1 at the Emirates versus City was a good result, you still feel that way? Because all of a sudden, them 6 points behind us, really should have been 8. Not a very good result because we have to go to them. Business end of the season. Different animal. Big up to Normski. Yes, people, make sure that you are subbing to Normski. Check us out tonight on the Bruce Banana. Emery already beat us twice in the same season and cost us the title. Yeah, that Unai Emery pussy, man. He does this shit. Because we seen him play out from the back at Anfield, try to play open, honest football, and get beat. But watch him come to the Emirates and part the damn bus. He's going to give Arteta a hell of a problem to solve. And, he better solve it. You have to solve it this year. You have to beat Unai. Right? Last year, it was Eddie Howe had your number, and this guy had your number. And Graham Potter came to the damn Emirates with West Ham and had your number. You have to beat this Unai Emery guy. You must. We need to get you back for the Arsenal after therapy. Yes, sir. Big up to Wahaha, man. Hope you are good. Hands pissed the Kaglu highline again. Bro, it was criminal. The way Club Brugge was just playing through these men. I'm like, they need to fix up. Having Sadiq Khan and Starmer as fans is wild. 2 most unpopular people in the country. So he is an Arsenal fan. Okay. I wasn't sure. Hansi Flick playing a highline just like right. It was criminal. It's damn near negligent. If you're a Barcelona fan, and then every time they equalized, and Brugge should have won the game, really. I don't think that was a foul on Szczesny. We can categorically say that Arsenal have the best defense in the world based on what we've seen from other clubs around Europe. Brother, the defending was just one pass. The men them just stood on the halfway line, and they didn't even maintain their running posture to go close the man down. They stood on the halfway line, raised their hand at the ref, no flag, then they start running. And they were so in sync with it. Tells me that they train for that. That's how they train. That's how they do their warm-ups. It was criminal. So the thing is, you can learn from other people's experience, yeah? Yeah, man. Don't ever trust the fart when you have diarrhea. That's exactly what it's like if you trust Arteta with a 6-point lead against City. What else do you trust more than Arteta with a 6-point lead? Bill Cosby making your drinks, a legally blind bus driver, a police officer selling weed. I don't trust them. There's a lot of things I don't trust. Pick up the Sweet Cherry in the house. Hope you are good. Thank you for joining us. You're such a darling. If we keep a clean sheet against Bayern, they'll just say we did it because Diaz wasn't playing. There's no pleasing these motherfuckers, bro. But we would have done it. Yeah, we would have done it. It's not a matter of who can't and who can. It's who did and who didn't. We did it. I don't care about the clean sheets. I care about the attack being shit. The attack will have to catch up to the defense for us to beat Bayern because they don't concede a lot of goals either. Now, part of that is because they do score a lot of goals, but they've only conceded 3 goals in the Champions League, and they've only conceded 4 goals in the Bundesliga. So their defense is not terrible. Yeah, and I think everyone else in the Bundesliga is being conceded out the ass, but their defense is not leaky like that Barcelona one. But we got Mikel Merino Nazario up top leading the line, so it's one of them ones. Waffle here, City cleaning steel and start hiding them thing. No. Big up to Sheldon. Yeah, he is up top again, bro. He's up top. He is up top for the foreseeable future. Mikel the Boss Merino. And I mean, his performance against Slavia Prague kind of spoke loudly. You add that to to the Gyökeres injury, to the Havertz injury, to the Jesus injury. Arsenal Football Club, the only big club in Europe, with all three of their strikers injured. So now our striking options is either Marino, Trossard false nine, or Martinelli, who's also injured. So, there was no injury crisis at Arsenal, but it's damn near close. Yeah, it's damn near close. Odegaard, Nani, and Kai due back after the international break. But guys are coming back, guys going. Guys coming back, guys going. If we can keep those injuries from infecting our midfield, Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Eza, these men need to stay. Because if the injuries that are plaguing our front line right now creeping through our midfield, it's long. Cherki and Marmoush are getting back from injury for Man City. So it's mad. Big up to Sweet Cherry. Hope all is well. Let's see. What Sheldon saying? We're the champion. Win the Champions League without conceding a goal. Right up. Now, I don't think we can do that. I think we can get through the league phase without conceding. If we get by Bayern without conceding, the next big game is Inter away. And I think we can keep a clean sheet against Inter. Their attack is good, but it's not as good as Bayern's attack. So we can do it against Bayern. We damn sure can do it against Inter. I know football is not that linear, but when you keep 8 clean sheets, you're good. So if we get by Bayern, I really think Arteta will want that. He loves these records. You ever see when he gets in this press conference, when he goes sit down, whenever that Tom Canton gets a question, he's ready to throw and prop up and give Arteta all this best this since 1903 and since the club was founded and this and that. They're ready to prop him up. So he wants that. I didn't see how animated he was when the ref went to look at that penalty that they gave away versus Slavia Prague, but I heard he was fuming. And the game was won. We were 3-0 up a penalty in stoppage time, and I'm hearing that he was fuming. So he does care about this record. Arsenal hope Gyökeres returns after the international break for the North London derby, along with Martinelli. Yeah, and if they come back, if that's their first game back, match fitness, sharpness. So I fully expect Marino to start up until then. Now, what if he picks up an injury? Not putting that energy out there, but these things happen. These things happen. One of the reasons why I was like, these men need to stay in London for the international break, especially if your club already qualified for the World Cup. And man is telling me, they got to go get caps for their country and all that. Bro, you saw what happened to Hakimi. Just one tackle. The man is out for months, What if one of our players go play international break and get injured in a meaningless game? Because games are meaningless when they're friendlies. But once the whistle blows, then you're on the pitch. Your competitive juice kicks in, and you don't let no one dribble past you. You slide in and try to win the ball back. Whoop, ankle goes. Imagine what happened to Hakimi that happens to Timber. We are fucked. We're back to square one, just like last season. Us, City chasing. Big up Norski. AJ, my point is, why are you complaining about always negative in every stream when the team is performing? So I don't understand your way of thinking. Isn't this where you want us to be? It's PTSD and it's caution. Like Normski says, we've been here before. Big up to Mark. Our defense is not like we don't let teams. I think that people still think people play their football. Look at Brighton, the Brighton game. Also Slavia Prague. They could develop their games. We are good in our last third. Yeah, teams. So Slavia Prague, their game plan was clear. It was obvious what they were trying to do. That big Chori guy, Jesus, he is a unit. He is and he can play. The ball was sticking to him. Man, busted up Gabriel faced in that. But after that 10-minute period, the boys withered the storm and said, hunker down, we got this. And for the rest of the game, they really didn't get a sniff. So you man love finding things to stress about. You know what we find to stress about, boy 10? Arsenal. Arsenal stresses us out. You know, do not let the fact that we're at top of the league and we aren't conceding goals distract you from the fact that we're only 6 points clear with 84 points to play for. That's all I'm saying. I'm fully enjoying that we're suffocating teams. I'm fully loving that teams aren't scoring against us. I'm fully loving the fact that I can sit here and say I'll be disappointed if we concede versus Sunderland. I'm very happy that I can sit here and say 4 weeks ago I said this. I said I don't think we concede another goal until Bayern, and this was October. Now I'm sitting here saying, and I'm even more impressed with the defense. I'm sitting here saying, if we keep a clean sheet against Bayern, which is now the best attack in Europe, now we're talking different levels, right? Because this is the paradox that we talk about. The unstoppable force, that's the Bayern Munich attack. The immovable object, that's the Arsenal defense. Something's got to give. We've performed so well in the Champions League so far that now it allows us to draw that game, which I'll be calm with. I'll be calm with a draw against Bayern, especially if it's a 0-0. It's another clean sheet. Now we got 13 points. Now the next away game that we have is Inter and Club Brugge. Now Club Brugge proved yesterday that they're no pushovers. But now we got that carry-out team or whatever. We win that. We're clean through top 8. No playoff. Don't want that. Big up to Hendo. Yeah, man. Appreciate you checking in, my bro. Hope you're good. Very, very tricky game, Normski. They played 95 minutes yesterday. Very high intense football. They will give us problems. More problems than Slavia Prague, to be fair. Inter does not defend. Have you seen them play? Formation is even they conceded yesterday, Sheldon. So another reason that I have to prop up the Arsenal defense. But what I'm saying now, I actually agree with AJ that the attack needs to catch up with the defense. Because as of now, we are the only team in the Champions League who have not conceded. You know, we got Ajax out here conceding 14 goals in 14 games. Arsenal have not conceded. We have not picked up the ball about our net yet. Saka, Eze, Rice, MLS shouldn't go with England because we are same energy. I keep the same energy for Brazil, and I keep the same energy for Pierre with Ecuador. They're already qualified. Stay your ass in London. You can't go through life worrying, in my opinion. That's what gets you 100. Got to take what's available when it's there. I hate the manager, but that won't keep me from enjoying this run. Berta is our savior. Hi, bro. There, but like I'm fully enjoying these clean sheets, not gonna lie. I'm fully enjoying not worrying that we're gonna concede 20-something shots against our goal. You remember when Unai Emery was here? Remember one weekend we went away to Watford. It was that game where I knew Unai Emery had to go. Watford, you know. And them man got 22 shots at our goal. Watford with fucking Delafeu in there. It was mad. BBK, thank you for getting me through the last period of my work. Oh man, big up to my bro, the Waffle Down. Can't wait to link up with you tomorrow for the warm up, my bro. Big up to you. Why don't we take it each game at a time? I don't like talking forward. Sunderland first. Each game at a time. Taking it each competition at a time. So our next Premier League game is Sunderland, right? Our next Champions League game is Bayern. And our next EFL Cup game is Palace. Yeah, so we can take it a competition at a time. We can walk and chew gum at the same time because the manager can't look at it like that and look at the next game. Because if you got another game in 3 days' time, you have to look at the current game. And while that game is going on, you have to be looking at this game and be like, yeah, I need to pull this guy out. The same way we had to monitor Declan for his yellow card and make sure that he didn't get another one. You can just manage it. Anything can happen between then. That's true. That is fully true. After Brugge getting put in the split. And just like that, you jump past Bayern, you jump past Sunderland, and go straight to Club Brugge. Big up to AJ saying, hit the like if you haven't already. Greatly helps me out. Does indeed. Appreciate your thanks. Vert saying Gula for a swimming lesson last game, by the way. Vert saying did. Verse is still 009 in the Premier League. Until Verse deliver a Premier League performance, Foots are still gonna be. I said Foots. Feet are still gonna be on his neck till he delivers a Premier League assist. You know, Emi Martinez got more assists at Anfield than Verts. When we finally concede, we need to see how we react. Now that on this point here, Normski, when we concede, yeah, the context of how we concede will matter the most. For example, if we're 3-0 up like we were at Slavia Prague and then concede, no big deal. No big deal. If we go to Sunderland and we concede first, especially if it's a Xhaka screamer, then very interested to see how they react. If we are up 4-0 and we concede one, I don't think any reaction is needed. But we go down a goal, especially to a team that we should be beating, that we should be better than, then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, boys, I need to see you, man, huddle up and respond. Because you know how they like to huddle up right after North London Forever is sung, and they spend 15, 20 minutes in the dressing room at halftime and then come out on the pitch and huddle up again. I'm like, what the hell are y'all huddling up for? You were just in there for 20 minutes. You can get all your points across in there. In the private where you could actually express it. You got to come out and huddle. Don't like it. It's kind of cringe. Chelsea really drew carrier bag. Yeah, they did. See, this rotation thing isn't for everyone, you know. Enzo Maresca got his rotation completely wrong. You know, man was rotating against a Champions League squad while you have Wolves at the weekend. Come on, bro. You Champions League, you play your best team in Europe. Like, who the hell you think you are? You know, $2 billion spent, and you rotate and can't find enough quality to be carrier back. So now you play guys who you really didn't want to play, and you have to play them against Wolves again. I fully believe we could actually go to full league phase without letting a goal in. If we do, that's just more proof Arteta needs to let attackers go. Use the defense as a license to attack. What I don't want to see in the Bayern game is if we score one and then lock up shop and then invite pressure onto us, because you don't want that type of pressure onto you for 45 minutes, man. This is a high quality problem. This is relaxed confidence. Nobody shitting bricks. High quality confidence. High quality confidence, because we're in what? Top form. Headfield, the Red is not letting it go. Chelsea, carry it back. They were down. They went up a goal, lost the lead. They were down 2-1 to carry it back. They gassed inverse to the 3CL. That man is 0010 in the league. 0011 after this weekend. Squirts. We will concede by Raya making a mistake. And if he does that, then surely the manager will have to give him a bollock and be like, hey, Kepa, come on. He's turning into Ramsdale. He can't focus. Verts, last minute winner versus City. Now, if there is a team that I prefer to win, it would be Liverpool. Because Liverpool are what? 7 points behind us, City are 6. So I'd actually prefer Liverpool to win if I had to pick a winner. But I think a 2-2 result is ideal for us. No doubt. Yeah. I'd rather Liverpool win if someone has to win. Rather be playing in a midfield. Yeah, he just needs to lock in and be focused. I think he knows if he makes a mistake and we concede, he would have let Gabriel down. He would have let Saliba and Timber down, because he has the best seat in the house to look at these guys and see how hard they work for these clean sheets. Yes, Raya, you're a big part of it. But them two guys in front of you and that guy outright, you get to see the amount of running these guys do to protect you in the goal so you don't have to make a save. Because not all clean sheets are created equal. You remember a couple seasons ago when David De Gea came to the Emirates and they beat us and he made like 40 saves or something like that. I was not this. I was disappointed that we lost the game, but I wasn't mad at the team that day because Lacazette, Aubameyang, well, we peppered their goal. We just couldn't score. So we're not those type of clean sheets you don't want. Right, you want these type of clean sheets where you can give him a lawn chair and newspaper and a spliff. Would like to see some good news on Isak. Really? Because like right now, the way Isak is moving, bro, it's like he is subtraction by addition. Like Ekitike is your man. Ekitike is your man right now. You stick with him, you'll be all right. You might not want to see Isak until January, bro. Let him get fit. Get your FA Cup draw and then roll him out then. Because you keep rolling him out in these Premier League games with a high level of competition and pressure on him to score because of his price tag. Maybe he's not built for that. There was no pressure on him at Newcastle. There's pressure, but this is, the white and black stripes is different level of pressure now. One, he wasn't a record signing at Newcastle, and he could do no wrong. He delivered their first trophy for however long. Now you move, you force to move, you down tools and you go to the Premier League champions, the holy grail of English Premier League football, and you're not banging. The pressure, he might just have to ease him in a little bit, yeah? Yeah, he can't force it. Don't put him in soft. Just put some lube on him. Or pause, but you know what I'm saying? Just ease it in. Realize that Alonso isn't Madrid on our level. In fact, the whole La Liga is behind our leagues. That damn defense, man. That defense was. Every time I looked up, Club Brugge was clean on zero. City fans are too cocky. Yeah. They think they're going to win. They didn't lose 1-0 to Villa. Didn't we beat Villa 2-0? But that's just how football is, right? That linear argument is mad. Mad. Because I think because City beat Brentford. You lost to Brentford. You see? Like City beat Brentford 1-0 at Brentford. You went to Brentford and lost by 3 goals. So, the triangular fixtures are weird. Like Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, right? Arsenal beat United. Arsenal couldn't beat Liverpool. United beat Liverpool. I will put Verts right wing if Salah carries on his form. And Gakpo carries on with being slot favorite. Vitz does his best work out wide. Wide left, so that means he'll be up against that. What's that? Who's that right back? Is it Nunes that Pep is playing right back now? You can't even predict this Pep back four, man. They're just all over the place. Sometimes it's that Nico Riley kid there. Who played right back for Pep yesterday? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it was Matheus Nunes. It'll probably be him. O'Reilly was at left back. I don't know where Verts fits in the team right now, bro. Like over the summer, it seemed like a fantastic luxury signing, but right now it just doesn't fit. Like if you get like a tangerine and you peel it and you get a garlic peg and you put it there, like it fits, but it doesn't belong there. It's perfect, quarter moon shape and it just slots right in. But right now it fits in, but it's just not working, not functional. I'm a bit concerned about the injuries of our new players. How is it possible that Gyökeres has already had a hamstring? Because he has to run like we bought him for goals, but we turned him into a defensive striker. The amount of running that he has to do. We have to manage our forwards properly. We still have 6 months of competition, but we don't have any fit strikers, bro. None. All of our strikers are injured. Gyökeres, Jesus, Havertz. Even Martinelli that people say that could play a false 9 or he's better down the middle. Injured. Right now it's Marino, Trossard. That's best. Why 2-2 and no? I think Arteta would prefer a 2-2, a 0-0. Clean sheet saved. You don't want to see the ball go in our net twice. You will witness a Gabriel thump in the face if he fucks this up. Yeah, you won't do it on the field, but we'll go into the dressing room and you'll see training photos the next day or the next time you see David Raya in a public space. He has a black eye and no one says anything. Like, okay, we know man got punched, especially if he gets lobbed. You imagine if he gets lobbed to break the clean sheet record. I've not seen any news on him, so I don't know yet, but I'm hoping he is. We need to integrate him ASAP. There's no way he plays this game. Please hit the like button, people. Please and thanks. Did anyone else buy cash on FPL for these next two games? Leeds or Wolves, or is it just me? Yeah, make sure you update your FPLs, people. I don't know who I'm going to play. I'm getting all the Chelsea and all the City defenders at my defense. Big pause, bro. I was trying to say, got to ease it in, but Chelsea scored first and fumbled the bag. Ironic, is it against carrier bag? Bullet! Mad. Hey, Sheldon, you're an artist. He's an artist hour. An artist, I mean like a DJ. Because your wordplay is immaculate, Big up to Sheldon. Carry a bag, lad. Yeah. Chelsea, Beresca got his rotation scheme completely wrong. Atto had a stinker. Gittins. If you're a Chelsea fan, you look at the board and you're like, what are these men doing? So you sell Madueke and you buy Garnacho and Gittins. Gittins was god awful, bro. Yeah, Nunes versus Squirts. I'm here for it. Look up to James Bond. Darren says, because Gyökeres is up and down the field trying to get you. Yeah, he doesn't hang out on the halfway line and wait to be played through. Because if he does that, Arteta's gonna put one on him. If he hangs out, if he plays like a traditional striker where he drops into midfield occasionally, but stands on the halfway line and wait to be played through at halftime, or not even halftime, 10 minutes later, he look over, you see his number going up to get subbed off. Have to defend as a team. Got to protect these clean sheets at all costs. Any team can beat any team on any given day, any given Sunday. You know the deal. Except for my New York Giants. Absolute shit right now. Absolute shit. Darren says, Barca almost lost to Kerbuga yesterday if it's not for that ref treating. Facts. Chesney left his leg dangling out. He kicked the dude. Like, he lost that ball. And the dude had every right to slide for it, to win it, and to place it into the net. But Barca and Madrid, they get those decisions, innit? Like 2 Champions League games ago, someone was sitting down in the box, the ball hit their hand, and they gave Madrid a penalty for it. They just get those calls. I think UEFA knows that these guys have to be in the round of 16 for the competition to sell. Because UEFA knows that the possibility has to exist for Barcelona and Real Madrid to be able to meet in the Champions League for a Clásico. Right? Because then they get to reap all the money that La Liga gets for Barcelona, Real Madrid, 650 million viewers per the game. They need it. If they could get that for a Champions League final, they would make sure that it happens. So if you are a purist, if you're a football purist, you kind of actually hope that when the round of 16 draws are made, that Barcelona and Real Madrid are on the same side. Because if they are on a collision course, whoever they play against is at the mercy of those backdoor meetings with the referees and the establishment. Because they don't care about your feelings and whatever. The money that they will generate from a final of Real Madrid and Barcelona would be unprecedented. But yeah, they cheating ass. If it's true what Gabriel Jesus January 1st, use him plus money for Ivan Toney. But you know the thing is, Ivan Toney, phenomenal fitness record, shows up to Arsenal and start pulling up. Gyökeres never had any injury issues. Kai Havertz never had any injury issues like that. It's mad. And come to Arsenal and just be fucking. Remember that Mikel Moreno broke his shoulder bone or some shit when he got it to us before he even kicked the ball. We haven't seen short term, at least, verse in the center. Doesn't work. At his best game has been out wide so far. The midfield three of Mecca Gravenberch needs to stay in place. So this is exactly why I was asking Liverpool fans in the summer, do you think he's tinkering with the team too much? Because you have a Premier League title winning midfield. And you go out, do a luxury signing on this. It must work. Right? And left wing wasn't your problem. Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo was sufficient. You really needed a right winger to back up Mo Salah because people thought Salah was the season that Mo Salah's having this year is what people thought he would have had last year. Speaking of clean sheets, are we even on pace? No, we're off it. Very good, but we're off it. And that's how good that record is. In November of that season, 05-06 season, Chelsea hadn't conceded a goal yet. We've already conceded 3. But if we get through the international break, then without conceding, then we're talking. Yeah, brother, full robbery. I felt bad for him. Yeah, I agree. Sheldon says, give Wirtz a free roll and see him shine. Locking down in the 10 won't work. Now you give him a free roll on the left. I know. A free roll would imply that he'd be playing in the middle of the park. That means you got to drop one of them guys. Baka, Gravenberch, or Szoboszlai. And right now, even though he scored against Real Madrid, on the run of play during the season so far, you would have to say McAllister has been the most underperforming one. I did say Estevar gonna rely on scoring the goals. Oh, Chelsea relying on Estevar to scoring the goal. Damn it, is YouTube hiding my comments? Are they? You got away with words. Did you type in one of the words that YouTube has flagged? I haven't seen any comments from you, Doc. YouTube just be weird like that. I think it did it to a couple of people who used to watch the channel, and they thought I was ignoring their comments, so they unsubscribed and never came back. But I don't know. It's one of them ones. But this is the first comment that I'm seeing from you, Doc. I need to say this. Elise buyout clause was £45 million last season, all for Champions League clubs. Therefore, he was cheaper than Nani. Yeah, but Arteta had his eyes locked on Nani. It's one of them ones. I see a snippet report that Bruce wanted to buy Rashford, but will struggle to pony up the 25 million euro is going to cost. 25 million. 25. Man. Barca need to cough up that money. Barca not that good a team. They just have some very good players. Very good attackers. And I don't think their defenders are ass. I think their defenders are actually good. I just think the way they choose to play defense is criminal. It's dangerous. The second goal Club Brugge scored was a simple one-touch football. That was a brilliant finish at the end. But I took my eyes off the TV, looked back up. Bruges was clean through every single time. I'd love for Gyökeres to get some of them chances, get his confidence going. YouTube been dogging me, been chatting up here. I swear I haven't seen your comments, Doc, but keep them coming, man. Appreciate you. Barca attack is not sustainable. Even when it's capable of scoring goals, the defense wins titles for a reason. They're right out there, wide open. Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22, Man, say, get off this Ivan Toney thing. A dream long gone. How old is Ivan Toney? Once it came out that Arteta said he had something about his attitude, I was like, shit, man. I don't know if it'll never happen. Ivan Toney is 29 years old. He's not old. That's not for some context. Gyökeres is 27. So he's not old. A very good player. The 20 goal a season Premier League. The resident Gyno. Big up to Doc. When we had Ozil and Santi, we had good players and we're a bad team. Now we were open. Our defense was leaky back then. Ivan Tony dream is just like a Wilfred Zaha dream. It's just a dream, never a reality. More like replace Jesus with Nelson Weeper and a similar youngster. Need to replace Jesus with somebody. Asking and Banner, what is secret to stay calm? That's what. Oh, David Banner. Why is he always angry? That's my secret too. The gloves are always ready because they never come off. Big up to Doc. That was mad. Anyway, retributive out here. YouTube is be on the wind up. I don't know, man. The hell with. No way. No way. Is it true? Is it true? Did Wolves really hire? I remember Anfield the Red alluding to that earlier in a couple of streams, but I haven't seen it. Hey, so be it. Well, bye-bye. Might be going down. LFC Monster. In the summer, we had confidence Slot and the coaching team would integrate Verts in the 10 role with success, but it's obviously not working over a consistent amount of games. He needed to change back. But when I look at that and I look at the team from outside looking, I'm like, why would you tinker with something that worked? Like, it worked. Those guys played well on the club. Those guys won you the title the first year you came in. Like, why would you tinker with that? You know, I understand you didn't want Nunes, cool, but you got your upgrade there. Ekitike or Isak, either one is an upgrade on Nunes. But I was shocked that you man let Luis Diaz go. Big up to Claire. Big up to Claire, checking back in. It's the wages. Yeah, he's on some bad boy money out there too, tax free. Imagine Tony as a striker. Then he heard him say, the fan base would go into a meltdown. But we wouldn't care if he was banging in goals. No one would care. Man, did say fuck Redford though. Darren, I would honestly do that with Kai as well. Just give him his money and move on. Watkins is also too old for us. We don't move fast enough in the market to justify both Yuck and Watkins on the books. Yeah, y'all can. I think the strikers we have now are our strikers. The only way we move on from any of these strikers if a new manager comes in and say, I don't want Havertz or I don't want Gyökeres, and this gives him the Darwin Núñez treatment. Even if we win the league, if Liverpool can win the league and move on from Núñez and Diaz, if we win the league, you could see some changes. Because winning the league gives you a whole bunch of it gives you clout, it gives you leverage. What are we saying here? Breaking news, people. Eric Ten Hag expected to be announced as Wolves manager tomorrow. We got the ITK, man, like Anfield the Red, hitting us with the news. Imagine he comes and does a rescue mission. Oh, damn. We don't need to be desperate like that anymore. We wanted Watkins when we were on our knees, bro. I kind of hear you, Boy 10, because I feel the same way about Vlahovic. Remember when we were, quote unquote, on our knees on that, when I do them thing that? But we were desperate for a striker, and every day it was Daily Dusan. Transferred daily on Curtis Shaw TV and AFTV. Dusan. But we were shit and we needed a striker. Man didn't want to come play for us. From Florentina and that. Goes to Juventus. Now all of a sudden Juventus don't want you. I'm hearing Vlahovic being linked to Arsenal. No, fuck you. Nope. Stay your ass there. If you wanted to go to Juventus that bad and they want to get rid of you that quickly, we're good. I'm hearing that. Personally, I want Mateta out of Crystal Palace as the other striker at the club. But of course, I would take Ivan Toney, Watkins, or Victor. When we win the league this season, then we sign Alvarez. Alvarez was what, 90 million? 90 million euro. I don't know if it was euro or pounds, but he was big money for Atleti. I don't know. Maybe Bertha still have links with Atleti, or was the breakup sour? Because I definitely would have Alvarez. I think it's class. But Alvarez would come to start. Alvarez wasn't getting starting time at Man City, and Mane said, "I'm too good. I'm too good of a player to sit behind Haaland." So if he's too good of a player to sit behind Haaland, he's damn sure not going to come to Arsenal and sit behind Gyökeres and Havertz. He's not doing that. Would imagine it's a part of Slot's long-term plan to play his own style, but has found out Klopp was on to a winner and now shouldn't stray far from that. It's like he has this far for no reason. It was too much change too quickly. In this Premier League, it's very difficult to do. Get rid of Jesus and 29. Vlahovic is available on a free signing this summer, and Alvarez would be a dream. That's quality depth, but I still, I'm a scorned ex, man. I have no love for Vlahovic. He can fuck right off. If you needed a striker, you went to Juve, bro. Come on, bro. This is like the 90s Juve. Man, this us for Juve, and now we're up. Now we're on the up and up. Remember that chick that ditched you in high school? Remember her when you wanted her? She was actually hot. Now she's fat. She got 4 kids, 4 different dudes coming to your DMs talking about, "Hey, big head. Hey, big head." Nah, fuck off. I'm not here for it. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Mike Jones. Remember them ones? Yeah, good point. These Vlahovic links are along that. I don't want them. Give me this guy. Give me Alvarez. I will pay big money for Alvarez than Vlahovic on a free. You're not that guy to diss us for Juve and then, oh yeah, I'll come to you now. You're not that guy, bro. Who you think you are? Because at this stage in your career, if you're not good enough for Juve, you're not good enough for Arsenal. You're not. What are we doing? Where's Juve in the Champions League? Where are they in the table right now? Look at it. 26. 20 motherfucking 6. They're on 3 points, bro. They're not even in the play-in. And you want to come to Arsenal? They're 6th in the Serie A, blood. 6th. Nah. Stay your ass over there and suffer. We don't want no parts of that. And if you ever run into Vlahovic in the streets and he's talking about he wants to come to Arsenal now, you tell him about that time when we wanted you, you didn't come, bro. You were good. We were good now. And you just tell him, "Yo, pussy wall, yo." Stay over there and suffer. Yo, pussy wall, yo. Don't know if he has a release clause, but I'd pay it. Give me him. Young, hungry, quality. Big boy. Been that waste, man. Endo says, "Been him." Yeah, I'd even do that. That's how much I don't want no parts of that Vlahovic. Yeah, La Liga player has to have a release clause by law, so he has one. It's about how much. Don't think Alvarez clause is over 120. I mean, you might, bro. The money they paid for him, yeah, they paid 90 for him. I don't know if that was pounds or euro, but they paid big money. City did very well in that sale, because I don't think they played nowhere close to that from River Plate. He might have been less than 30 mil. If you're gonna shop at Juve, surely go for Yildiz. I want to see more of him though. I've seen flashes of brilliance so far, but I want to see some more. Right? On some Mike Jones shit. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. You just beat me. Mike Jones. Hey. 281-288-8004. Yep. Semenyo sounds like his it, man. Get Semenyo to the carpet. The words we love the most, the two words we love the most, pre-improvement, yeah? Get him to the carpet. Vlahovic is the old manager that didn't want him. On that note, this is old news. He survives. He's the main man now. Well, he can stay his ass over there. They're sixth in the Bundesliga, sixth in the Serie A, shit in the bed, and they might not even make it to the Champions League knockout round. So this is what you get, bro. You wanted to go to Juve, to a manager that didn't want you. How did you end up there then? How am I reading this incorrectly? Your old manager. Because if it's the old manager that didn't want him, that's when he signed, right? If that guy signed him and didn't want him, man, fuck off. Like, Arsenal wanted you. And you chose Juve. Because we were where Juve is at now. Is Rodrigo still not getting the minutes by January? Do we try again or leave him? I think the player, would have to force a move. Kind of like what Hendrick is doing now. Because Hendrick is putting his demands on the table. The conditions of where he would leave Real Madrid. Oh, the club has to be playing in Europe. Club has to be playing attacking football. Club has to play this way, that way. I wish it was Rodrigo that was making that sentence, but he did come on. He is getting 12 to 20 minutes a game. Whether that's enough to entice Carlo to give him a call up, maybe. He has a relationship with Carlo, yeah? Carlo managed him at Real Madrid, so Carlo knows him. But it was also Carlo who wasn't playing him, and it's also Carlo that's managing Brazil right now, so he would have to. But yeah, if he's available for a loan in January, of course, half of his salary, whatever the deal is, trust Bertha to pull that off. Like Sheldon said, Bertha is the man now. I expect that he could do something. Rodrigo is not as good as we thought. The Rodrigo that I used to see when Real Madrid was Real Madrid. Now, this may be a knock-on effect from Real Madrid not having the midfield of the one that I spoke of yesterday, of Cruz and Modric. Like, they are missing that damn Cruz, man. The way he controlled that midfield, they don't have that anymore. Bellingham, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, those guys are good players, quality players, but they're not Tony. They can't dictate a game. I really think they're missing Tony. But Tony, Modric, and the Casemiro midfield. For the time that them three were together. You know, even the Bellingham, Cruz, Modric midfield, way better than this shit. They're not in control of games, so they're not looking like themselves. The reason why they were in control of games was because of them butts. Even Valverde used to drop in the midfield sometimes with Cruz and Modric. Please hit the likes, folks. Big up. Make sure that you are subbing to the channel as well. Rodrigo dreams. Dream. I need to cue that up as well. Because he's not world class, but I do Rodrigo out left wing as a top player. Plus, Rodrigo is a Sesko. He's weak mentality, chooses to be benched than start at Arsenal. That is a sticking point, though. Yeah. Because he knew he wasn't going to start, especially in his favorite position, left wing. Like, Vinny plays there. And in the event that Vinny is hurt, he might would play Mbappe there so he can drift and cut in. But the way he's treating him on the right side, where he's playing Giller and the Argentina guy over him, and when Valverde is not starting at right back, he's like fourth choice on the wing that he doesn't want to play, and he is a no choice unless Vinny is suspended or needs a rest. So I hear the mentality thing. Not gonna lie, bring the Arsenal fan back home. Just like we did Ezra. Personally, I don't want any player that Madrid is happy to sell. That's a great point as well. That's a fair challenge. So, I don't know. Did you want Odegaard? You know, Real Madrid wasn't sad to sell him. They loaned him and then sell him. And not only did they loan him to us, most of the time at Madrid, he spent the loans and Sociedad in another loan spell somewhere. So, we damn sure wasn't happy to Ceballos. Even that was a loan. Were they happy to sell Ozil at the time? But at the time, that was a record fee. But there is a point there when Real Madrid is ready to sell a player, Casemiro. I think Kovacic did well at Chelsea, though. But the midfield that I'm talking about was the reason why some of them men had to get up out of there, because they weren't displacing Tony. Rodrigo is a Timu Rubino. Vinny is a D-rated Neymar, and I will stand on that 10 toes down. Could we use someone like Endrick? I've never watched him play. He is. If it's between him and Rodrigo, I'll take Rodrigo. That Endrick. Wonder Kid. But how many failed Wonder Kids have came out of Brazil? Quite a few. Yeah. You beat me to it. It was Cruz and Modric keeping Madrid up there, last of the Galacticos. That Cruz was grossly underrated, man. Cruz is like the dad. Everybody loves mom, but when dad presence is no longer there is when people really miss him. Like, damn, Pops was suffering in silence and was really keeping this shit together. All he got was the big piece of chicken. Madrid cast-offs are always suspect. That's Ceballos one was. Hey, the Barcelona cast-offs haven't been great either. Shit, remember Denis Suarez? Remember Unai Emery? I don't know what that was about. I think man played like 16 minutes for us one day. Where the fuck is he at now? Denis Suarez. Fucking hell. Are we sure he was even Spanish? Just buy top players, man. He's at Deportivo. 31 years old now. My God. That's what we were on in 2019. 6-month loan. Dead food. Yildiz still not signed a new contract. Yet, if he does decide, it cost an absolute fortune to get out of Juve. I mean, I don't know why he would sign that. That man about to be bounced about the champs, and they're not winning Serie A. So force a move now, young man, while your stock is still high, before you end up like Dusan. Get me a player that Madrid don't want to sell, then we're talking business. So would you take Vinny then? Because they don't want to sell Vinny. I'm sure they're not sending Vinny. I don't care for Odegaard, bro. I didn't moan about it. But when he got injured, it doesn't hamper us. Rialson, Robin, Van der Vaart, Schneider, among others, too. Does that also apply? Call me crazy. Drop 130 for Camavinga, then get Odegaard out. Camavinga, 130? No. He doesn't strike me as a 100. Is that what they want for him? If that's what they want for him at Real Madrid, he's going to die there. Ain't nobody paying that for him. I don't think I wanted Ozil at Arsenal. This goes for all players Real Madrid willingly sell. Wow. He should go back to Ajax, right? Just go back home, bro. Just go back home. But then again, was it Ten Hag that bottled that lead to Tottenham in the 2019 semi-final, and sent Tottenham to the Champions League final to give Liverpool their easiest Champions League trophy ever? My days. Damn. Real Madrid pull out the race for Guehi, so he's a Liverpool player now. I'd rather go for Valverde than Cameron, to be honest. I'm there. I'm with that. But I think he has a massive release clause as well. Valverde, that is. Like a ridiculous amount. Intelligence has a big role in football on the pitch. All this tech we see is visually decent, well, with chance that you need ability on the ball as well as off of it. Yeah, I agree. Your intelligence completely matters. And I think like Sergio Busquets was one of the best footballers. You know, he was so intelligent on the ball. That's why he always looked like he had space, even though he was slow as shit. Right? Because intelligence, when we talk about football intelligence and IQ, we're really talking about your decision making, right? So if out of 10 plays, out of every 10 plays, you get on the ball and you make the wrong decision 8 out of the 10 times, it doesn't matter how good you are technically, you're shit. Right? But if you get on the ball out of every 10 times, every 8 out of 10 times you make the right decision, then you look class, world class even. You know, the hallmark of an unintelligent, low IQ footballer is someone who's always getting caught on the ball. That means you're not reading the game when you think you have time, and you wait till the ball gets to you to try to make a decision. If we took Mbappe or Bellingham or some other player Madrid are planning to build around, completely different chatter. I'm on board. Yeah, but you know, what's the likelihood of you taking a player that a team is going to build around? You know, like that's like going to Chelsea and say, "Hey, give us Cole Palmer." Wouldn't happen. No chance. Absolutely no chance. But people, we got some Europa League fixtures today. I'm not sure any of you all are interested in any of that. Tomorrow, me and the Waffle Don will be here for the weekend warm-up. We look at the fixtures, where we look at Tottenham versus Man United. Should be a big one. Us, we go to Stadium of Light. We handle our business. We put our feet up and watch City and Liverpool duke it out on Sunday. What we saying? Pedri is class. Reminds me so much of Cesc. I wouldn't want Jude at Arsenal. I fully mean that. I think Jude is overrated. I think Jude is a good player. Like when I was in Germany, I traveled to Signal Iduna Park 4 times to watch Jude play because I kept hearing the hype around Jude. I'm like, let me go watch this dude to see if he is the real deal. And then I went and watched, and I was convinced he was the real deal. In that German league, they couldn't get the ball off of him. He was fantastic. And he went to Real Madrid. He made the big move. And he did well his first year. Did very well. Won the Champions League, won the La Liga. Did very, very well. But I think he is overrated as one of the best midfielders in the world. Very good player. And I would take him at Arsenal. AJ wouldn't. I would. But I do think he's overrated. Bring me Yidlis, Quentin Timber, and Manu Kone, says Dal. Do I think he's incredibly overrated? I don't even want him going away with England this summer. Has Cole Palmer and Eze for that number 10. Yeah, I don't think he is a number 10. I think he is misprofiled. I think Carlo grossly played him in positions where, he is a 8 at best. He is not a 10. Him in the midfield. So say Jude comes to Arsenal and we would play Rice or Zubimendi in the 6, Bellingham in the 8, and Eze in the 10. I think we would be balanced. Crazy, to each is their own. Palmer ahead of Jude. Yeah, I agree with him. I agree. I take Palmer over Jude. I don't think that's controversial at all. I think Cole Palmer is a better footballer than Jude Bellingham. Big up Dal. Edgar Davids raised Gravenberch much higher than Bellingham. Imagine Bellingham in Rice's role. Sheesh. I am dreaming. Jude is a top player, but all incredible overrated. He should be nowhere near. So, I mean, I heard he asked for it. I heard he called Zizou, asked for it, and Zizou gave his blessing. And plus, in the La Liga, they can't really fuck with the numbers like that. They have to fill out the squad numbers, right? There is no Declan Rice 41. It wouldn't happen. No Zubimendi 36. Wouldn't happen in La Liga. But that first season that he had, he did justify his price tag and the number because he was phenomenal for him. Jude Bellingham, more like Smellingham and PR Bellingham. Dio, that would destroy things. I will agree there. And weird that a Dutchman picks a Dutchman. Yeah, speaking of Dutchman picking Dutchman, watch fucking Coleman. This Coleman that's coaching the Dutch team now, yeah? Watch how he manages Gravenberg for Arne Slot during international call-ups. If Gravenberg picks up any kind of niggle or any kind of, a text from Slot to the Dutch manager, hey, send my boy home. Meanwhile, Declan is over here playing meaningless minutes against motherfucking whoever for team cohesion and that. Big up, Doc. About to get out of here too, man. Big up to you. That been spent for Barca. He can't pick a Madrid player. You know them ones. But big up, people. It's been a fantastic show. Almost 90 minutes worth of football waffle. Big up to the chat. I didn't even get to go into the Sunderland versus Arsenal too deep because the chat always engaging. Big up to every single one of you for giving me your time. Almost an hour and a half of it. I'm not worthy. Absolutely not worthy, but I am grateful. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.